all the co-drivers starting will be very telling to the first corner.
That little graphic there was so critical. 161 points is the difference between first and second. Aaron Noonan has joined us in the commentary box. And you've got a wealth of knowledge on all of these co-drivers, Noon, so we're going to pick your brains on all of them.
And there's a range of drivers, Matty, who've not done a standing start for years. They're used to rolling starts in Indy cars and sports cars, so don't be shocked if 2 or 3 of them don't go anywhere quickly.
Back of the grid settles in.
Even the system for the green flag will be telling. Taz Douglas in the pit there, Matt. You can just see it on driver's right.
Yep, so car 30 of Douglas and Mike Conway.
Green flag, green flag.
Right of screen. We'll be starting from pit lane. So here we go at the front of the grid. Sebastian Bourdais in the championship leading car. There's Mika Salo next to him. Behind them, Graham Rahal and James Hinchcliffe. Hinchcliffe got a pretty good start, but now he's stopped dead. He's stopped dead and he's been run into straight up the back from Lucas de Grassi. There's more carnage. Oh my goodness!
That's Ricky Taylor in the second Fujitsu car. It was Tonio Liuzzi that made the contact.
Car 33.
Red flag, red flag. Let's require the cars to just stop at pit lane entry, just adjacent to pit lane entry, while we just sort out this incident on the starting grid.
Cars strewn everywhere. Car 33 on its lid. That's Ricky Taylor. And the rescue crews get to him quickly. Big damage to the front of car 4 of Simon Pagenaud. Tonio Liuzzi also into the wall. He's over there on the right-hand side.
They had nowhere to go, Matt. So the Hinchcliffe start promulgated all the drama.
Well, and surprisingly, it looked to me as though he got a good jump. I mean, he got off straight away, but then he's just stalled it completely.
That's right. So that second phase of the start, a car bogged down, he didn't move away, and then that was the start of lots of contact.
So let's see who goes through. Bourdais there, Salo's there, car 15 of Rahal's there. So we've got about 5 or 6 cars on the front straight here. One
Down.
upside down, great. Good to see him out. Ricky Taylor. Up and out. Simon Pagenaud also out of car 4.
Great reaction from the crowd there. Very hard to get out of the cars, even at their best, but when you're upside down and the window net gets caught up in the belts, when you undo the belts, you fall on your head. And this is how it started. Have a look at the Fujitsu Commodore. It slows down. So then that was immediate contact. Liuzzi into the back. There's Pagenaud into the back of him. He flicks to the other side. Ricky Taylor ends up making contact with the front of the Irwin Falcon and then turns on its roof. And that just shows how fast the cars are in such a short period of time.
That's right. This is 1.5 ton of V8 supercar. Now watch this. You watch car 33 come right in the middle, up, over, spin, collects the wall, and Ricky Taylor, in the space of just 100 metres or so in a V8 supercar, ends up looking the wrong way. That's the initial impact. Liuzzi into the back of Hinchcliffe. Pagenaud into the back of Liuzzi, and then at top speed. Oh, Taylor up and over.
Some really good pieces of driving within this. Ryan Briscoe did a really good job to miss. Will Power did an amazing job to miss the back of Hinchcliffe. You have a look where Ryan Briscoe is right now. And that Sarrazin also did a fantastic job to not run into Ricky Taylor in Jason Bright's car there. They're all on their roof. They're spinning around. It was extraordinary scenes.
Well, with Gary Rogers, your number 33 car, Gary, out there, and Ricky Taylor, you've heard from him. We've seen him out on the track, but he is okay.
He's fine. He's obviously disappointed, as we all are.
He was pretty keen to keep going straight away.
He was. He said, replace the rear windscreen and we're underway.
So he is good to go.
He's ready to go. Right.
He's been a good character.
He's great. He can drive. It's unfortunate, but, you know, it's how it is. You just got to cop it and move on.
Yeah. All right, mate. All the best. Thanks.
Yeah, we're down here, obviously, on the near the grid with this car. Just if you have a look, one of the great things about a modern V8 supercar with that roller, I don't know if you can see in there, Rich, if you get in under and you can see the roll cage of the car, although the back window's out. I was having a good look at that a minute ago. It is absolutely intact, which is just fabulous. Now, as bad as that car looks, and it is bad, sure, but most of it is panel damage, and these cars are designed to rip the panels off them. And if I even jump up on top here and I look down on top of the car, the biggest damage to this car, there you are, is in this area over here where you can see again it's mostly panel, a little bit of rear rail, but most of the running gear, the integrity of the car will be there, which again, look, you can see the rear quarter panel. See, it's a composite type panel. All this stuff plucks off fairly readily. Now, I'm not suggesting they'll have this ready tomorrow, but I've got to say it's not as bad as it looks. So well done V8 Supercars, great car design, great safety design.
Yeah, well done, Lucko. That's very good insight into a lot of the crash structures that are around the car. And as Mark points out, a lot of that is actually superficial damage. A lot of the structural integrity hasn't altered the Gary Rogers Commodore. Look at the force here. Just have a look at this. Look at this. Oh, I mean, he'd be battling to be in third gear.
Well, Liuzzi's strategy there was interesting because he went to go down the left-hand side, now coming towards us. But then he gets blocked a little bit, so he decides to spear down the right. And then, of course, that's where Hinchcliffe is sitting. And from then on, it's a concertina effect. Oh.
He couldn't have seen him either, Matt. Liuzzi wouldn't have seen Hinchcliffe car when he was so close to the other car that he was behind. So when he flicked to the right, all of a sudden there's a parked car in front of you.
Oh. Nasty. What a mess. They'll have to clean that up, of course, which means we'll take a break here. Hopefully get things started very soon on the streets of the Gold Coast.